Hello there, Vanagon addicts. It's Ken Wilford here at Vanagon, and I want to talk to you about spare ECUs. The Vanagon ECU is something that we sell quite a bit of here at Vanagon. We actually have rebuilt units that we sell, and what we've been limited by with the rebuilt units is how many cores that we had. Recently, we had the opportunity to purchase a lot of cores. Let me just say that, a lot. I'm not going to say how many, but if you guess in the comments, you will probably guess wrong because we bought a lot. And what I'm doing is, as we're going through these cores, I really only want to rebuild ones that are actually bad. So, sometimes people will buy rebuilt or units from us, and then they say, "Hey, these actually were good. The old one was good. I was just trying out to see if something was, that was the problem or not." And I found out it was not. So I think that's what's going on with some of these units. Now check this one out. I have never seen a golden Vanagon ECU before. It is golden. Okay. I don't think it's been rebuilt. I think it was this color originally. Don't ask me why it's gold. It says made in Germany on it. It's got a green sticker on it. So this is the D-revision. Okay, so the D-revision is the last revision they did of these. This is for 86 to 91. Okay. And so what I decided to do was go through all of these cores I have, and believe me, if I showed you the boxes of them, you would be completely losing your entire mind. But okay, I'm going through them. I'm testing them in my own personal van, making sure they work. Okay, and then I'm going to be offering them for sale. I'm going to sell them without any kind of core. So in other words, I'm selling it outright. I'm going to sell these D-revision ones for $3.50 a piece. Okay, so the D-revision is the last version you can get. It's probably one of the newest ECUs you could buy. They're still probably 20-something years old. Okay, so don't get too excited. Or actually 30 at this point. But there are some of the newer ones you can buy. Okay, this gold one, right, is a very special one. I don't know if I'm going to just keep it for myself. I don't know. I mean, it reminds me of the gold cartridge from Nintendo or something. But so the thing about the D-revision is that they actually have the ability to be chipped. So inside here is like an EEPROM chip. There's a guy that I know that actually makes an upgraded EEPROM for these. You can open up the computer, you can replace that, and it's a performance upgrade. Okay. Don't expect, any fire to come out of the tailpipe or anything like that. But it's a performance upgrade chip. It's a ability that some people, when they order rebuilt ones from me, they say, "Hey, I want it to be the D version." And I kind of have been trying to help people that way. But, it's limited. These are the ones that they're the least of out of the ones we just bought and out of, general public. So we got this gold one here. There were also these ones that had a silver sticker. So the silver sticker ones, they were built like after the Vanagon went out of production. So they're even newer. This one was made in 1997. Okay. So again, if your ECU failed, you went to the dealer, you would be buying a silver sticker one if you wanted to buy a brand new one when they were still being made. So that is also a D-revision one because that was the last version they had. Okay. Now they have this version. This is a Triumph Adler. I actually have quite a few of these. And these are fine. They work great, but you see it doesn't have a D at the end. Okay, that means you cannot chip this. Okay, so this is not made by Bosch. This is made by Triumph Adler, the company that made Triumph stuff and things for British vehicles. And, Volkswagen like to have multiple sources for things. So for a while, these were made. There's nothing inferior about it. Running, driving, it's just as good as the Bosch ones, but you cannot chip it. Okay, so right now I'm going to be selling the Bosch units. Okay, they are the ones that you're going to be buying. You know, again, some of these I got, they actually have been rebuilt already. And they've been tested in vans to make sure that they work, okay? And they all work. And you see, this is another D-revision. It's another silver sticker. This one was made in, I'm trying to see, it's 1990 something. It's like got this big red X on it. Again, you know, people putting this big red X on it, you're thinking, okay, it's bad. And you put it in your car and drive around for a while and nothing bad happens, okay? Now, I'm also going to be giving a 1-year warranty on these. So, again, this is not something that you would see anybody else do in the used world, okay? Used parts usually get a 90-day warranty, and that is it, okay? For me, I'm trying to help people out. I want people to be able to buy these, put them under their seat, and have them as a spare when they go on trips so that they don't have, you know, breakdowns. If they have a problem, they can just pop this thing in. $350 is what I'm going to be asking for these outright. So again, no course. So you can keep this. You can put it under the back seat as a spare. And then when you take your trip this summer, you will be having some confidence, right, that your van, if you have a problem, you have a computer and you're ready to go. And again, the old computers on these, they do fail. This one was made in 1999, I believe. That's what I'm seeing on there. Okay, so again, a silver sticker one that is newer. Okay, here's another silver sticker one that has actually been rebuilt, okay, at one point. And it works perfectly. Okay, again, this one's made in 98, I think. I can't tell if it's 98 or 96. And it goes on and on and on. Okay, here's another one. This is, I guess, a silver sticker, but looks more like white. It's made in Spain. So some of them, and this was made in 2001. Okay, 2001. So this one is probably the newest one out of all of them. That one's made in 2001. You know, I guess that's kind of around when they stopped doing it. Here's a gold sticker. So, you know, if you look in the late model vans, like say you have a 91 Vanagon, most likely you'll see this gold sticker one. Again, this is another D revision that can take the chip. It's just, that's probably an original one from like 1990, 1991. That's kind of when they did those D revisions. So that's kind of why they're not as easy to find as everything else. So you have earlier Bosch units also. Let me go grab one of them real quick. All right, don't look. Okay, just turn away. All right, don't look at what you're seeing right now. Don't look over there. Don't look in that other box over there. Okay. Yep. Mm-hmm. Okay, you saw things. I wasn't meaning for that, but, you know, whatever. You saw it. So you see, here's this unit. This is a Bosch unit, okay? This is an 022 plain, okay? And that's because it doesn't have the D. It's not a D revision. So, again, it's a perfectly good ECU. I haven't tested this one. It's perfectly good ECU. It will work in 86 to 91, any of the years. It's made by Bosch, but it doesn't actually have the EEPROM inside, okay? So, you know, I'm going to be selling these also, but I'm going to sell these other ones that are not the D one for a lower price, okay? So what I'm trying to do right now is go through all the D ones, test all of them, make sure they all work properly. Those are going to be $350, okay? Once those are gone, okay, then we're going to go to these ones here and the Triumph Adlers, okay? I may sell these for $300 for the Bosch ones. Again, because some people, they're like, I only want the Bosch one. I don't care about the Triumph Adler. I only want the Bosch one. Listen, in 25 years, have I seen any difference between the Bosch ones or the Triumph Adlers as far as failure modes? Not really, okay? And they both have been good units. But, so maybe $300 for these outright, and then the Triumph Adlers, I would probably go $250 for them. Again, they're going to be tested. They're going to have a 1-year warranty, okay? So, that's what is happening right now. I'm going to put a link in the description for our website for these these D-revision ones. My advice to you is that if you have been thinking about buying a spare ECU, you would go ahead and just buy one of these. Okay. I looked on eBay and I looked on the Samba. And on eBay, people have been selling these D-revision ones for $400 to $600. Okay. And been getting it. That's the sale, the already sold units price. Okay. So for $350, it's actually a better price than anybody out there that I know of right now. Okay. Also, to give a 1-year warranty on this, okay, is unheard of. Anybody that you're buying something used from, they're going to give you a 90-day warranty. Okay, and that is it. I'm going to give you a 1-year warranty on this. If you have a problem with it, you call me up and I will replace it. Okay, so I can't really see you have any downsides. A $350 ECU under the back seat. In the future, if you want to chip it or something, give you that option. Okay, if you don't care about that, who cares? It's still a good unit. And, I mean, think about it this way. You break down somewhere, okay? You suspect it's the computer. If you go to a shop, they're not going to have one. They're going to call me up. Ken, I'm trying to test out this guy's van, and I don't know if it's a computer or not. How can I tell that? I've had this conversation 10 billion thousand times. I'm like, you can test everything else but the computer. The only way to test the computer is to put it into a Vanagon and see if it runs or doesn't run. Okay, that's it. And the Bentley manual says test all the other components, and then if the computer is bad, then all the other components will test good, and then you just have to deduce from that that the computer's bad. That is their testing method. Okay, there's no codes in this thing. There's no way to test it otherwise. Okay, so having that computer under the back seat, okay, say the van conked out and you're in the middle of nowhere, okay, you can take that computer, pop it in if that's the problem, drive away, continue on your trip, have a rest of your trip, okay, and maybe call me and buy another computer for another spare, so that way I still have a good backup. Okay, you can do that. Okay, and that will take you like a good 5 minutes to swap it out. Okay, and you're not in the middle of nowhere now. You're back on the road. Okay, that's one scenario, and you just saved yourself tons of time. You just saved yourself money, because if you had to call a tow truck and go to a shop, and every time this junk happens, it's on Saturday or Sunday. The places are closed. You got to wait till Monday. Then, like I said, they're not going to have one. They're going to call me. I have to ship it to them. It's going to be 2 or 3 more days. You see what I'm saying? So don't do that. Okay, don't do that. Instead, buy one of these, put it under the back seat. You just saved yourself probably $1,000. Okay. And you also made it so that you can get back on the road a lot faster, less hassle. It's just a no-brainer. Okay, it's just a no-brainer. So that's my advice on that. If you have any questions, comments, let me know. Guess how many computers that I have. I kind of gave you a little spoiler by walking over there a little bit, but take a guess. Okay, I got a lot right now, and I didn't have that many not that long ago. Okay, but I got a lot, but I'm going to try to blow them out the door. I want them to get into the hands of owners. That's going to be a help to them so they can not worry about stuff. Sometimes also people have questions about drivability. They're like, oh, my van's acting weird. It's idling weird. It's doing this weird. It's doing that weird. Maybe it's the computer. I don't know. Maybe it is. I don't know. And all of these units, like I said, when I put them in my van, they all idled great, ran great, performance great. Everything's great. Okay. So again, this is a way to quickly, troubleshoot a problem. Just pop it in. Oh, it's still running the same exact way. Well, it's not that. It's got to be something else. Okay. So, it opens up a whole lot of opens up a new world of DIY for you as a customer to be able to narrow down problems if you have a spare computer ready. And I know it's not Like, I'm not giving it away for free. But again, when you look on the Samba, when you look on eBay, it's less than what others are charging, okay, with a better warranty. So that's my advice on that. Please let me know what you think in the comments. Like, share, subscribe, and we will see you guys on the next video.